What's something small you can start doing today to better yourself? Start doing the rule of 5. If it takes less than 5 minutes to do a task when you see something, and you're not already mid-task, just get it done. You'll get your chore list cracked out a lot faster if you just clean the counters as you go around the house doing other stuff. Edit. Thanks for the silver, kind stranger. Glad to be of help. Laughing face. Oral hygiene. Gotta be more consistent when it comes to flossing. Go for a walk, even just a short one. I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome a few years ago and I could barely get out of bed, but I forced myself to walk first to my mailbox, then the end of my street and beyond. It may not seem like much, but I promise it can make a huge difference. Start thinking in long term, say, 5 years, medium term, say, a month to 6 months, and short-term strategies, say, 1 day to a week. You can break the long-term plan down into medium-term plans, and the medium-term plans into short-term plans. What do you need to be doing today to get you to where you want to be next week? Next month? Next year? Once you've got that in mind and you get into the habit of taking manageable bites out of your life goals, it becomes a lot easier to achieve what you want. The advice I always give relates to writing a novel. A novel is 90,000 words, give or take. If you write 250 words a day, every day, you'll have the first draft of that book you've had rattling around inside your head on paper by the end of 2020. If that seems daunting, well, this comment is 210 words long. It took me less than 5 minutes to type up, and I'm only, 40 words away from being on target? How many Reddit comments do you write in a day? How many Facebook updates? How many tweets? A little amount of sustained effort is, usually, the best way to get where you want to be. I cleaned my room for the first time in 6 months yesterday, and honestly a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders and I feel so much happier. 10/10 would recommend. Be actively kind to yourself. What did you do today that was great? Cherish it. On the other hand, when you're good at being kind to you, take the next step. What did you do today that you want to do differently tomorrow/next time? Donating/ throwing out/ selling old stuff you no longer use. Also, cleaning out your fridge. Cleaning your surroundings. Start writing your goals every day and start checking them off whenever you complete them. Be aware of the narratives we make up in our heads that only cause distress or anger. An example of what I mean: my friend hasn't texted me for 3 days, she must be growing tired of our friendship. More likely is that your friend is simply busy. Allocate time more directly to maintenance of my body and home. I lost 100 pounds this year. All due to diet. I could be a lot healthier if I added 30 minutes of exercise. Then there's my house. After I lost my wife, I had a lot of trouble motivating myself to clean, and now certain rooms are really needing it. If I could allocate even just an hour a day to it, I would eventually be able to get back to regular maintenance rather than feeling helpless every time I open the door to one of those rooms. Lastly, reading. I desperately want to get back into it, and I've succeeded a couple times and loved it. But college broke my spirit of habitual reading, and I'm not sure how to get it back. Do something a little bit. Work out a little bit, so you can be just a bit stronger. Eat a little more healthy, so you can be a bit healthier. Always improve on something at least a little bit every day, and in the long run, you'll be doing great. If you're sitting on a couch, desk chair, or lying down, and you get up to go to the bathroom or kitchen, take something with you. The 2 empty water bottles near your bedside, or the dirty dish on your coffee table. Knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Edit. Holy moly. My first silver. After 6 years of being a Redditor. Eating right, exercising more, and drinking a lot more water. Treat yourself with the same respect that you show to other people. I've been struggling with my mental health again for the past few months. I am unhappy in my job due to being passed over for promotions. Last week my boyfriend of 4 years told me that he wanted to end the relationship and he's already started seeing other people. My counselor reminded me how important it is to respect and care for myself despite all of this, and to think about how I'd feel if talked to someone that I cared about in the same way that I talk to myself. It's not much, but it's helping to change my outlook by reminding myself that I deserve respect too. Drink more water. Less soda. Making the habit to show gratitude for the small things in life. That alone is one of the best things you can do for yourself. Edit. Wow. 5K upvotes and counting. Super grateful for all of the conversation on the subject. Set a goal for the day, even just a small one, and celebrate a little when you achieve it. If you're depressed, try to make every day a no-zero day. In other words, no matter how small an activity, you do something productive every day. It can be as small as taking the trash out or washing a dish. For me, I've found just doing something like that starts to snowball, even if it's just 10 minutes of activity, and then I have a clean sink and dishes drying and no bags of trash sitting there smelling up the place, and then it can inspire heavier tasks or not, but at least you did something. Stop drinking soda every day. Do your dishes before you go to bed. Waking up with a clean kitchen is a great feeling. Spend the day trying to understand rather than react. Stretch. Read books, and if you're bored to read books or lack the time, then educational YouTube videos. There are thousands of really good channels out there that truly help you understand yourself and the world better. My favorite suggestions: TED Ed, Academy of Ideas, School of Life, Real Life Lore, Science Insider, Animalogic, Kirkisig. In a nutshell. Quit the "I wish I was dead" jokes. Doesn't do a whole lot at first but is so good in the long run. Your brain believes the stuff you tell it, and if you only tell it that it's a failure, then that'll reflect on your mental health. Some good alternatives. I want to go to bed. I want to commit a crime. I wish I was in random place right now. Even if you don't believe it and are aware that you're just replacing the other joke, it'll become more natural with time and you'll probably start feeling better. Drink more water. So many health benefits arise from better hydration. Everything in your body uses water, and the more water you take in per day, the more efficiently your bodily functions will run. Trust me. I got a soda stream and started drinking like a gallon more water a day, and it's made my skin look so much better. Get a haircut. Simple but effective. Meditate. I'm gonna do this right now and start bettering myself. Do 10 minutes exercises in the morning and a cold shower after it. Realizing you don't have to be perfect is a good first step. People get shit wrong, we're fallible. Also, I cannot stress enough how good books are for your brain. Expands your vocabulary, encourages imagination, and creative thinking, and even if you have problems with reading words, for example if you're dyslexic, audiobooks are a thing, and for the most part they're just as good and effective. Small acts of kindness. Lots of data to show that a few small acts can make a huge difference to your own well-being, and hopefully to those people around you. And it really doesn't have to be anything big. Holding a door open, noticing and complimenting other people's efforts, letting someone moan to you, inquiring about someone's weekend even when it bores you to hear their answer, all counts. There's also the obvious bringing in cakes and biscuits to work, giving small gifts, etc. I'm still pretty terrible at it, but I notice the little kick of happiness I get when I remember to take an extra second to help someone else's day out. I have another one. This I have been doing for a long time. I have depression and even the smallest tasks could seem unbearable. I will set my timer for 11 minutes, my lucky number, and clean/organize/just be productive somehow for that amount of time. I tell myself I can stop after that. You would be amazed how much you can get done in 11 minutes. Plus I also end up doing another 11 more often than not. It really helps get me out of my mindset of you're such a loser and you have a million things to do but never do them. Hope this helps someone. Add reading a book to your daily routine. On the train to work, or in bed before sleepy times. Helps you to relax, increases your vocab, and gives you something to talk to others about. Make a budget and stick to it. It can change your life dramatically for the better. Taking cold showers. Hear me out for a second. I originally did this just as a stupid bet, but I never in a million years thought it would change me so much. Not only does your physical health change, but I felt so much more awake mentally, and just had a better general overall mood and a state of mind. Definitely would recommend to everyone. Edit, reworded a sentence. Do 25 squats and 10 push-ups 3x every day. Takes such a small amount of time, but 75 squats and 30 push-ups every day is 2,250 and 900 monthly. You'll very quickly see an ability to increase the reps you can do, giving you an absolutely assured way to wake up knowing you can improve yourself every day. The side effects physically are obviously tremendous, but it's almost as good mentally to feel yourself improving. Wear sunscreen, best thing for your skin in the long run. Floss. Just sit down and study. If you're in high school like myself, even half an hour of solid studying with no distractions is crucial for passing exams. Get the fuck out of bed. Stop snoozing. Stop laying there. Just get up, make your bed if that's your thing, and have a big glass of water. Then move. Yoga, a walk, 20 jumping jacks. Anything. Just move a little bit. Switching to some plant-based foods. I'm a meat eater, I don't eat veggies, I don't eat fruit. I'm Scottish, I live for red meat and dying at 50. But, lads, I've seen the way, some of that vegetarian stuff is actually really nice, to the same level that you almost can't tell. I made some mashed potatoes, vegan friendly, with gravy, not so vegan friendly, sad face, and vegan sausages, so good. I recommend it fully. Just switch one meal a week to vegan, you'll actually be so surprised how much fun it is. Learn how to use Excel. Drink some mother fucking water. Stop caring about what strangers think. Make your bed. Delete your Facebook account. Sleep. Learn a different word every day. Brush your teeth an extra time each day, works wonders for breath and overall cleanness of your mouth. Try to do a random act of kindness for a stranger every day. Donate things you don't need to non-profit charitable organizations that can put them to good use. I got fired from my job on Friday, felt pretty crappy about it all weekend. Decided to write a letter to the CEO and HR explaining where this POS manager went wrong and his false allegations. I'm qualified HR. Probably won't go anyway, but made me feel better. Now filling out my first job application. Do male strippers make a lot of money? Edit. Spelling. Be kind. Not only for your own sake, but because it's something completely random you can do that could make someone's day much better, or less worse. Read a book. Telling yourself that you can be loved. In my case it would definitely be to go to a doctor to check my back and start physical therapy to learn exercising techniques. And most of all, learn to actually do them regularly. I recently changed my car wheels, and just because I lifted them up the stairs from the cellar I had back pain for about 2 weeks, and I'm only 18 years old. Thankfully I'm not overweight though. Think before you speak. Use stairs instead of escalators. And if you're driving a BMW, use your turning lights. It's not that hard. Actually getting some fucking sleep. Insomnia is a bitch. Take a shower or tell someone that you love that they're amazing. Smiley face. Spread some love. Feeling grateful for what we have. Drink more water. Go for a walk, even if it's a short one. Make your bed. I think there's a book based around this idea for self-improvement. If I remember correctly, it's something to do with the fact that if making your bed is the first thing you do in the morning, you've already accomplished one task within minutes of waking up and it gets the ball rolling. I also find it helps me not want to crawl back into bed if I'm feeling depressed because it's all nicely made up for going to sleep that night. Eating less and eating better quality food. Forgive yourself and love yourself. Find something to putter around with, like an instrument or a language or another hobby, that you have no intention of getting good at. Be okay with being amused at your own lack of proficiency. Keep playing around with it anyway. You'll realize after a few months or years that you've picked up a skill that other people don't have. You don't have to be perfect at it or even good, and that is incredibly liberating. Theodore Roosevelt spoke many languages absolutely terribly. Why shouldn't you be able to do that too? I've done this with the ukulele, harmonica, piano, dulcimer, guitar, Japanese, Spanish, and French. I will never be a virtuoso with any of those instruments or fluent in any of those languages, but I don't have to be. I've had fun picking them up, and how many people do you know who are multi-instrumentalists or can say that they speak and write in 4 languages, even awfully? The first step toward doing something great is to stop caring whether you're great at something. Do simple exercising, if you don't do it already. Exercise will produce endorphins. That is the same hormone that is produced when you have sex, just saying. Exercise for literally 20 minutes a day. Dentist here. You already know. Brush twice and floss once daily. This will help prevent cavities from forming as well as gum inflammation. I truly believe that this is all it takes to prevent some potentially significant problems in the future. Problems in the mouth takes years to form, and patients are often unaware of the problems. Just because it doesn't hurt doesn't mean there isn't a problem. Once it hurts, you're usually looking at some more significant dental treatment. Cavities form from the following mechanism: bacteria that are normally in your mouth feed off of the food in your diet. Your food can be broken down into simple sugars which are digested by the bacteria in your mouth. Bacteria secrete acids as a byproduct of their diet, and this acid is what damages your tooth. The damage to your tooth eventually causes the smooth outer layer of your tooth to cavitate, hence the term cavity. This forms a nice little home for bacteria to reside in that is impossible for your or me to clean. Now we have to actually go into the tooth and mechanically remove the bacteria and the damaged brittle tooth structure. Localized bacteria in between your teeth also cause inflammation of your gums. Your body is constantly at war trying to defend itself from this bacterial invasion. Someone with gingivitis, gingiva equals gumsitis equals swelling/inflammation, actually has elevated systemic inflammatory markers because their immune system is tasked at constantly fighting the war in their mouth. These inflammatory cells are circulating throughout your body and have been proven to damage the walls of your arteries and veins over a long period of time. We have research that proves a causal relationship between chronic inflammation and increased risk of cardiovascular disease. TLDR brushing twice and flossing daily can prevent common dental issues as well as cardiovascular disease. I have bad self-esteem, so I've made it a goal to at least give myself a compliment or a boost. If I'm having a hard day, I tell myself to take it slow and congratulate myself for making it past the day. It's the little things that combat that low self-esteem. Gratitude practice. Write down one thing you're grateful for daily. This has been shown to physically alter brain chemistry. I heard somewhere once that if it takes less than 60 seconds to clean up, do it right away and not later. So now whenever I just throw my clothes on a chair at night instead of in the laundry/back into the closet, I think to myself, does it take 60s to clean up? It helps keep my place more organized and clean overall. Walk at least 30 minutes every. I'm sure it will work wonders for my mental and physical health. Expect nothing and appreciate everything. Your mom. But in all seriousness, taking responsibility for my actions is a good start today. Play my favorite music a bit too loud and let the sound echo through the room. While the music plays, write all the things that have happened in the day in my diary and put a white flower inside of it. Eat something healthy. Go outside and have a walk. Do something useful, the dishes or clean something or whatever. Maybe try to meditate. YouTube has lots of beginner level meditations. Read a book, or a chapter, or a page. Set goals, however small. Maybe game less or go to bed earlier or sport. But stick to that goal and you will feel proud. Good luck. Stay hydrated. Khan Academy. Not spending my whole time on Reddit. Keeping your living space clean and neat. Start by making your bed every day. Always give your best. doesn't matter what you did till now, but currently whatever you are doing, give your best. Decrease your sugar intake, gradually at first. Sit up straight, and release the tension in your shoulders. You're probably scrunching them up, right now. Just let them fall.